Good day, lovelies. Let me double check something first. Okay, I'm recording. So yes, I'm just here to talk about the media I have been watching since February, around February-ish to April, the first day of May. So yes, a little pause because. All right, so basically these are medias that I've been watching, and I originally wanted to do maybe a separate video of one or two of them. I still might do a video about one or two of them, a few of them, not one or two, a few of them, individually. But I decided like most of these, I don't have much to talk about. Just this good, please watch. All the things I'm going to watch about are things that I really, really like. How do I describe it? When it comes to food, I tend to savor the food I like I put it to the side and eat it last or stuff like that. But when it comes to like media, I cannot put it down. I would have to binge the shit out of it. Okay. So, for example, like I could have to go to work 5, 4, wake up 4, no, wake up 4, 3 in the morning, and I have my work date is at 7, and yet I'm still 12 o'clock in the morning watching or reading, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how good it is. Like I literally just cannot put it down. Like I need to know what happened next. So these are all of them, or most of them, are the things that I have been watching, reading, etc., that I had just enjoyed. And so I just want to talk about them, or at least just mention them off and give a little mention about what I like about them, or etc. It's gonna be a quick video. Also, reason why I'm making this video is also because it's gonna be a quick video to edit compared to, well, except for my blogs. Yeah, this is a quick video. Compared to the other video that I originally wanted to edit for this, it's gonna take a while. So that's what, so that's it for that introduction or explanation of what this video is about. Hope you find something that you maybe think you reconsider or haven't even known about yet. But yeah, starting with rereads. So I have read this before, completed it, and decided to read it back again. Just two of them. One of them is called The Yandere Magician Can Only Love the Statue Maiden, or Yandere Mahototsu Tsukai wa Seikizo no Otame Shika I Senai, and Patrice. That's the other book. It's called Patrice. These both are really, really good. The first one, The Yandere Magician Can Only Love the Statue, it has a bit of a smut and it's short, but it's good. I do like the yandere kind of trope. So then it's Patrice, which in the beginning irritated me. I will probably do a video about this one. I actually wrote notes, so look for a video for that one. The beginning irritated me so much that I started taking notes about it and writing about it. But as it progressed, it got a little bit better, a little bit less irritating as time progressed. Well, as chapters progress. Both of them are completed, so you could read those once if you want. Moving on to books, novels that I have technically not, I said read, but technically I listened to these both for audiobooks. One was called Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert, and the other one is technically a poetry book called Black Girl, You Are Atlas by Renee Whitson. Both of these are really, really good. As soon as I finished reading them, I was inspired to make my own thing. And I am making my own thing. One inspired me to write a novel, to go back and like rewrite my novel, the one I'm working on, the light novel technically I'm working on. And the other one decided to give me, well, inspired me to give another hand into writing poetry. There you go. Got it. But yeah, both are really good. And I'm like, I even wanted to read more. Well, listen to more audio. I can't read it. Listen to more audiobooks after listening to this. The just like the audio, the self, the now let's call it. What are the people who does the audio for the audiobooks called? I'm pretty sure there's a word for that. A title for it. Uh, title here. Yeah, so it's just like they were so good and they play off the characters really well. I really love, I think I forgot her name. I think it's Perry Reads. I will look it up again. Armina Reads. Again, YouTuber here. She did recommend it. Really funny. I always was already reading the book when I finally watched the video where she recommended it. funny. And I have to agree with her. I forgot his name, character name already. This is a really bad recommendations video. I'm sorry. Um, but he is hilarious. He is a drama queen, but I love being in his head. I like being both of their heads. But he just brings the comedy. Anyway, moving on to shows or animes that I've been watching. Mostly just anime. Give me a moment. Okay, so recording. Sorry, this thing has a way of shutting down on me, and I don't know or realize it. So for shows and anime, one of them I watch is called My Blissful Marriage or My Happy Marriage. I gotta double check that title. Basically, I've been watching that to help me practice or study Japanese and mostly for listening. So taking my time watching that one. Then the other show that my sister recommended me to watch is called Solo Leveling. And the other one they didn't recommend to me watch, but I just saw it on a preview on Netflix and I decided to give it a try. Is Devil May Cry, and damn, both of them got me so hype. Anyway, I said I'm sorry, but no, seriously, they gave me so hype. I'm like, damn, I can't fight, but I want to. I'm definitely gonna rewatch those. But yeah, those are just hype. Pause. Okay, I'm back. Where I left off to. Okay, the next one I saw, shows I saw, or anime, cartoon, whatever, is Pantheon and Castlevania Nocturnal. There you go. Both of those inspired me and made me want to go back to doing fanfic. Technically, I only did one fanfic since high school, but that's irrelevant. Anyway, but I was inspired to do fanfic since I saw these other Echo Jinx. So like I want to do a fanfic of them. Since I watched Dead Boy Detectives, want to make a fanfic about Crystal and Charles, and I technically wanted to do a fanfic of Annette and Richard, as well as Maddie and Caspian, but now I want even more fanfics of them. So I've been inspired to do more fanfics of them. So there you go. So, and moving on to movies. I watched The Monkey. I miswrote this, but Monkey King. Um, and with my family, I watched part of it. Part of it I didn't watch much of it because it was hard to listen and understand until we finally put the subtitles on. So I might go back and rewatch that one. So I don't have much of a hard opinion. But the what I watched so far was very bloody. Very, very bloody. Good, but bloody. Anyway, the other one I watched and I want to talk about is Blink Twice. I watched this twice. Once for myself, and I was kicking and giggling. And then the next time with my family. My mother didn't get it at first. I understand why. It is a very slow beginning, and this is one I wanted to one of the movies I want to make a separate video on, but I may or may not. Most likely not. So I'm just gonna say it here. The beginning is very slow, but they do show things that you should pay attention to since the beginning, and it's very obvious, but it doesn't make sense until the end. It's very like you understand that something's going on, you understand, you connect the dots real quickly and easily, but at the same time you have no idea what's going on. It's very confusing, I would say, and I think that works well in this movie favor. That's what it's going for, and I don't know, I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Is my thing plugged in? No, it wasn't plugged in. What the hell? Give me a moment. Okay. Now I'm talking through my mic. All right. I mean, it's still recording. It just wasn't talking through my mic. Anyway, moving on to boot camp. So basically, I watched. This is the one I made a video or already recorded, and I watched it because I read the web novel. So there you go. So I might as well watch it. It's pretty okay, pretty basic. I'll talk more about it in that video. The one thing I would say that I didn't mention in the video, I would say now, is that I prefer the movie over the story. Yeah. Okay, last movies is My Fault London and Culpa Mia. Both of these are basically the same movie. The first one I watched was My Fault London, and then I saw Koopa Mia. I didn't watch both of them because I felt like the Koopa Mia was similar to My Fault London, and I was curious why it was one was copying of the other. And yes, the answer is yes. My Fault London was copying off of Koopa Mia because since it came out first, it was a pretty hit. Between the two, I think I am gonna definitely make a comparison video of this, and I'll tell you which one I think I prefer more. Then I will also watch the sequel. I haven't watched it yet, but I will be watching the sequel. I want to make a video about it, but I will watch the sequel. Next is Waiting to Read. Basically, I feel like this is on hiatus. It isn't officially said it's on hiatus, but I still haven't seen any more updates as much as I would like. It's not your typical reincarnation story. I love this. I am rereading it and rereading it over and over again. I really love the story. It's basically a story about a girl who was, again, as I say in the title, reincarnated into this novel-based kind of game. So it's a novel. She was reincarnated technically in a novel, but the way they go through it is not like a novel, but more like a game, as she has to complete this quest, and if she passes it, she gets more freedom, and so does the characters, and giving them more free will away from the structure of the story. So there's that. Next, the rest, and that's a webtoon, but there's other webtoons I've been reading, and so here we are. This one was on hiatus too, but it's just recently restarted again. It's The Mafia Nanny, and then the other one that as a surprise gem to me is The Ultimate Shut-In. I did not expect to like this one. Neither did I expect to like The Mafia Man. The Mafia Nanny I did kind of think I would like, but The Ultimate Shut-In was a surprise to me that I would enjoy this. So to break down and explain what both of them means. I'm sorry. What both of them is about. The Ultimate Nanny is basically a story about, as it says, a nanny who is watching over the son of a mafia, technically not boss, but is in the mafia. And so to protect him from all the harms that get in the way from, being in a mafia family, whether it's rivals or cops or etc. And then the Ultimate Shut-In is pretty much kind of your typical, I will say, reincarnation. It's kind of like Solo Leveling, where you have monsters coming into the real world. But the twist is that everyone has like a superpower or awaken a superpower. The twist is that the main character's superpower is that he cannot leave the building. Hence the title, The Ultimate Shut-In. But there's other ways around it for him to get food, resources, and stuff. And it's really interesting how he navigates and makes connections just to get things that he wants and get around the, what do you call it? Preventing him from leaving the house, the shut-in part. Yeah, so his power literally stop him from leaving the building. On the bright side, it does protect him. Anyway, moving on. The next one. These two I absolutely adore, but I read them sparingly, although I absolutely do love them. Mostly because I just wanted to binge them. The other one is because it uploads sparingly. Humor Me and Go Away Romeo. Humor Me doesn't upload often, so I just take my time reading that one. And then there's Go Away Romeo, which I love to binge, but it only uploads once a week, so I just take my time going back to reading that one. Another one that I love binging and it has me on edge all the time is I Am the Queen in This Life. It is a story about, I didn't even explain what Humor Me is. Humor Me is about the story about these two high school kids, and it is a comedy. Go Away Romeo, sorry to retract. Go Away Romeo is basically, as it says, Romeo and Juliet, but instead the main character is Rosaline. And what's the other one? Is it Capulet? Ah, shit, I forgot his name. Anyway, name here, and is their love story. And Romeo is the bad guy. So going back to I Am the Queen of Life, it's about a girl who died and was brought back to life, not recorded, but brought back to life, reverse time. There you go. And she was always been forced to play the villain, and this time she playing the villain, but to benefit for herself instead of benefiting her fiance who betrayed her and then later killed by her sister. So she getting revenge on both of them, and this time making herself crown the queen. Next and last one is the Detroit, I can't pronounce this right. The Detroit wants to be good, and the villainess just wants to live in peace. Both of them are the typical villainous story, as stated in the title, where they died, realized their errors of ways, were brought back to life, or they woke up reincarnated as a villainess, realized they didn't want to go down that path, and tried to make it work and be good. They're both good and for what they are. Compared to other villain stories. There's a lot of out there. I do think these are good though. Anyway, that is all for about these media that I have watched since. I might do more of these. Maybe not monthly, but maybe bi-monthly. So next one will be for what's this? May. We're in January, March, April. Yeah, May and June. I'll maybe do one at the end of June. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry if you hear a cat. Until next time. Bye.